Hi guys, welcome to another HIIT class. In today's workout we'll be using one pair of dumbbells. We're going to start with a dynamic warm-up. So I need you to start by stepping back, lunge with a gentle twist. We're going to go 6 to 8 reps on each side. Make sure to step, lunge and then twist, and then the knee stays in line with the toes. Alright, perfect. Now from here you're gonna rotate and twist, pivot with the foot, rotate, pivot with the foot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it off, go for a squat position. So feet a bit wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointing out, 20 degrees out. You're gonna sit back and down, pull your knees out. Back at the top, squeeze the glutes. Sit back and down, hold, squeeze up. I'm countering balance by placing my arms forward, so I'm not leaning with my chest forward. So I'm keep my chest up, sit back and down, hold for 1 second, deep squat. Then squeeze the glutes at the top. 5 more. Perfect. You're going to be in a deadlift position, so shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight, arms on your hips, hinge back, feel the stretch in the hams, hold it there, and then squeeze at the top. It's more hip hinge movement than bending the knees. So try to take your hips first back and then soften the knees, hold it there, then at the back, lock at the top. 5 more. Okay. From here I'm going to start by walking all the way to plank. So start by lowering, see how much you can reach without bending the knees. Walk all the way forward. When you reach a plank position, wrist, elbow, shoulder stack on top of each other, you're gonna go ahead and place one foot, make sure it's in line with your feet, with your arms. If not, that's totally fine, but lower your hips, pull your knee out, and then rotate to the upper spine. Alternate, step forward. So hips down, knee out, and then you rotate. That's a perfect stretch to open up your hips. So you can include this dynamic warm-up not only before HIIT training, even though before you run or any activity that you perform, it's a good hip opening exercise. All the way, walk your arms back, slowly up. I'm going to start with arms up. On one side, I'm going to rotate, pivot, twist to the opposite side. All right, from the other side. And warm up the shoulders. So start with arms shoulder level. Keep your fingers together. Try to internal and external rotate the shoulders. Make sure you're only focusing on the shoulder. There's no arch to the lower back. Next time your internal rotation, hold it there. Keep your elbows up, take your arms all the way behind your back, and then touch the lower back, elbows go forward. Squeeze your elbows back, extend your arms in a Y shape, Rotate from the shoulder and bring your arms forward. Internal rotation, elbow stays up, arm go all the way behind your back, and then exhale, elbows forward. When you exhale, elbows forward, try not to lean forward, try not to shrug forward, just your elbows go forward. And then when you squeeze your elbows back, don't hyperextend with the lower back. Keep your core braced and reduce the arch in the lower back. Extend your arm back, rotate in place, and bring your arms forward. 2 more. Okay, now crisscross your arms and then gently keeping your elbow close together, rotate your wrist, slow rotation, feeling every angle. And then alternate, go to the opposite direction, slow rotation while keeping your elbows together as much as possible. Okay, we're gonna go for the wave. So I'm gonna keep one elbow more or less stable. I'm gonna try to wave, bring my elbow towards the opposite side, creating a gentle wave, transitioning smoothly. So one elbow stays in place and then you're bringing the other elbow towards the fixed one. And now the opposite, so keeping the other side stable and then waving with the other arm. Okay, so we're gonna start with the session. Our first exercise is gonna be reverse lunges using the dumbbell. So I'm gonna hold one dumbbell with my right arm. I'm gonna step with the opposite leg back. While I'm doing that, I'm keeping my core engaged, my chest is up, I'm sinking deeper into the lunge, I'm not leaning forward, I'm pushing back up. The other arm is also creating a fist and it's also active. So the whole body is active and helping you with the move, even though we're only working the legs. When I set the timer, we'll get started.
Starting session.
Okay, we're gonna use only one dumbbell and one leg at a time. So I'm gonna start with the opposite leg. Step, lunge, control up. So you see this arm's active. I'm trying to hold 1 second deep lunge and push back forward. Then I go for 30 seconds, then I'm switch. Okay, let's switch. One step at a time. So first you step, lunge, then push back again. Always knees stay in line with the toes. Always your heels pushing down to the floor for better grip and better stability. Okay.
Rest.
We're gonna go for the renegade row. So I'm gonna be in a push-up position or plank position. I'm gonna row, pull my arms close to my body, squeeze my shoulder blades, alternate. While doing that, I'm not swinging with the hips. So try to keep your hips straight. Go wide with the feet as a start. Pull, control slowly down. Try to control the weight down and try not to swing with the hips every time you pull. So the hips and the core stay stable. You're in a straight line from head to toe. You're pulling, you're holding 1 second, and you're controlling the way down. Keep your neck relaxed, core engaged. From here, you stabilize the shoulder blades by lifting my arms in a wide angle. So same position, lift, control slowly back down. Wrist goes back onto the shoulder. Same thing with the hips, it stays neutral and stable. And try to reduce the swinging as much as possible. Nice.
Rest.
All right. 20 seconds rest, and then we're going to transition on the floor, going for glute bridge to chest press. So let's go ahead and set ourselves. So arms together, heels close to your glutes, toes pointing straight. You're going to lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, chest press, hips slowly down. While you're lifting up your hips, you're pulling your knees out. Same thing when you lower. Always your knees are pulled out. If you have the band, go ahead and place the band above the knee. That will also always remind you to keep your knees pulled apart so you can engage more the glutes. As soon as my elbows touch the floor, I push up. Now from here, I'm going to keep my hips up, go for tricep extensions. So my elbow's not moving from here, I'm just extending up and down with the arms. Keeping my elbows together, feeling the triceps. Keep my glutes engaged. Keeping my knees pulled apart. All right.
Rest.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna go for bear crawls for 1 minute. But with the bear crawl, I need you to focus on lifting opposite limbs at the same time. You're gonna stride, land at the same time, then reset. So I'll demonstrate that. So as I start, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. In this position, lift my knees an inch above the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and lift opposite limbs at the same time, stride, land, reset. Lift my limbs at the same time, stride, reset by corkscrewing the arms, keeping my back straight, keeping my shoulders rotated outwards. So lift, stride, reset. Lift, stride. So I'm not doing this. Try to focus mind-body connection, keeping your core engaged. Try to limit the swinging.
Starting session.
So go slow, how much you can control. So from here, lift, stride, reset. Lift, stride, reset. Back. The slower the better, the more control you have over your body, the better. Okay, we're gonna continue by lateral lunges using the dumbbells. So we're gonna start on one side, step, take my arm towards my ankle, and then back up. Lunge, back up. If you want more challenge, and if the dumbbells are a bit light, you can go ahead and go for lateral front raise. So all the way here, lateral front raise. Try to keep your elbows a bit soft, so you're not putting too much pressure on the shoulders. Or just here. Let's switch. So step, take your arm to the opposite ankle, and push your heels or your foot, rotate, return back with power. We're gonna go core. We're gonna start with starfish, 30 seconds, then knee to elbows, obliques for the other 30 seconds. So starfish, wide feet, wide arms. Try to reach without keeping your feet above the floor. Okay, from here, I'm gonna lift my feet to the legs in a 90 angle, gonna cross, extend to the opposite leg, control back. Every time I crunch, I exhale. Inhale back, I exhale, extend the opposite foot. If your lower back is not touching the mat, go ahead and extend your foot up so you can keep the lower back on the mat and you don't have like any back issues. Okay, we're gonna work the shoulders. So for 30 seconds, I'm gonna go for lateral to front raise, and after that, I'm gonna go for overhead shoulder press. So I'm gonna see how much I can do with these dumbbells. So lateral, forward. Keeping your elbows soft. Just go shoulder level, that's enough. But control the arms down, don't let it just drop down. You have control over the dumbbells. Okay, from here, lift all the way up, shoulder press. Same thing, 90 degrees, then push up. Try to reduce the arch of the lower back. Keeping your shoulders down, your arms go up, you're not shrugging up. If you feel you don't have this, you're limited, just press a bit forward. So just press a bit here rather than all the way up. All right. So from here, I'm gonna go ahead, plank position, on my elbows, back up. Reduce the swinging, transitioning from the plank to a push-up. Always raising your core. That's better than a normal plank because it's more engaging. It helps you more to keep your core braced while you're transitioning from all the way up, down. Now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and march with the feet. So I'm lifting the feet like 3" or 5" above the floor. Control it down. I'm not just dropping them, so just like control slowly. Keeping your wrist under your shoulder. Keep a straight line from head to toe. Okay guys, that's round 1. Let's have 1 minute break, then we go for round 2. Okay, let's get set. So reverse lunges while holding one dumbbell. So hold the dumbbell with one arm and then you lunge with the opposite leg. Okay, let's switch. So the other arm is active. Step, lunge, push forward. Okay. So rowing, renegade row. In 5 seconds, let's get set. Wide feet, straight line, row, control the dumbbells down. When you row, don't rotate and pull. Keep your shoulders square. You're only working your shoulder blades and you're not compensating with any other muscles. Alright, from here, arm raise. So, arm raise, stabilizing the shoulder blades. Return your arm straight under your shoulder. That's the regression. The progression is in a plank position. Keeping the core.
Rest.
Okay, back to glute bridge. To chest press. So heels close to your glutes, arms together, hips out, pull your knees out, squeeze the glutes, lower the arms, touch the floor, press up, slowly hips goes down. Okay, from here, keep your hips up, you take your arms back, you keep your elbows stable, and then you extend the arms back. All right. Okay, back to bear crawls. So opposite limbs, lift at the same time. You step, you land, you reset. Keep going. As fast as you can control. After every step, you reset. Step, land, reset. Lift, step, land, reset. Okay, it's harder than it looks if you go slow and control. Okay, lateral lunges. So step, take your wrist towards the opposite ankle. and then push your feet, return. Okay, let's switch. You can even go for the lateral raise. But because we have another lateral exercise, lateral shoulder raise, so we can just stick to step, reach, and then go back forward.
Rest.
Okay, starfish. Okay. So keeping your feet above the floor. Extend with one foot, you reach the opposite knee. You hold 1 second, control back. You inhale back, exhale forward. All right.
Rest.
Okay, back to shoulder exercises. So lateral to front for 30 seconds, then overhead shoulder press for another 30. So in this way you hit the shoulders from different angles. Control the arms down. Go only shoulder level. Try not to swing too much with the upper body. Keep your knees a bit soft. Always remember to breathe. Okay, overhead press. Okay, last exercise in round 2, plank, transition to your forearms all the way back up. 30 seconds. Go wide with the feet, try not to swing with the body. Keep one line from head to toe as much as possible when you transition up and down. From here I'm gonna go for a leg march. Keep your wrist under your shoulders. Lift your leg, control it down. Keep a straight line. One more round. Let's get set. Reverse lunges. You return to shoulder square, feet shoulder square, so you have better balance. Because if you turn here, there's a bit wobbly, so keep your feet shoulder square. Switch. Back together in a gate rope. Okay, arm raise. Keep your neck neutral, don't look up. Lift your arms, control it down. Make sure you turn under your shoulder. And this way you're just stabilizing the arm that's on the floor. Okay, glute bridge to chest press. When you lift up, try to squeeze the glutes at the top rather than hyperextending with the lower back. If your feet is a bit flared out, that's totally fine. That even gives you more room to squeeze up. So from here, keep your hips up, extend, tricep extensions. Good.
Rest.
So, do you know anything about techno? No. Listen.
Okay, bear crawls. Lift, stride, set, lift, stride, set. Actually, you land and then set. Lift, stride, land, set. Lift at the same time, land at the same time.
Do you know anything about techno? No. Listen.
Okay.
Rest.
So, do you know anything about techno? Bill, listen.
Lateral lunges. Take your wrist towards the opposite ankle. Push, control back.
Are physically more mature than boys of the same age. Most of the advances in the early teen years are made by the girls. So, do you know anything about techno? Bill, listen.
Rest.
Bill. Sometimes online flows without any warning.
Okay, core.
Rest.
Okay. Okay, lateral to front raise. So I'm controlling the weight down. That's important for building muscles. The eccentric it's called, or the negative part. That's where your muscles mostly under tension. And that's how they grow. Okay, all the way up.
She said, "Oh, relax." She got the vision going. Talking line after line. See how she looks so fine. See how she dances. She sips the Coca-Cola. She got the difference.
Rest.
That's what you're coming for. You don't wanna let you in. You drop it back to the floor. Asking what's happening. It's getting late now, hey now. Enough of the arguments.
Okay, so plank all the way to push up, transitioning with limited movement with the hips.
You drop it back to the floor. Asking what's happening. It's getting late now, hey now. Enough of the arguments. She sips the Coca-Cola. She can't tell the difference yet.
Okay, from here, flag march. Good job, guys. That's it. Okay, let's stretch. So we'll start the same with the hands. Hand on your heels, toes up. Sorry. Arms on your hips, you arch the lower back, and then you float over the front thigh, keeping your toes pulled up. Slowly transition to the other leg. So land on your heels, toes up, arms on your hips, arching with the lower back. And then you're floating over the front of your leg, keeping your toes pointing up, keeping your shoulders square. Okay, we're going to stretch the abductors or the inner muscles of the thighs. So go ahead and then bend with one knee, keeping the opposite leg locked. Try to see how much you can reach down, keeping your heels on the floor, and if you can, counterbalance with the arms forward. Keep it there, feeling a stretch here, or you can plant your arms down. Okay, transition to the other side. Slowly up. Bring your feet together and then gently lift up. Nice. Stretch your shoulders. So keeping your shoulders down, you're just pushing your arms towards your chest. You're rotating your palm out. Shake it off. Switch to the other side. Shake it off. Go for a gentle twist with the hips. Go for circular motions all the way. And the other side. Okay guys, that's it for today. Take care, have a good weekend, and see you next week.